Have you ever thought about the fact that you can buy real estate in Dubai, a studio with a mortgage with only $100,000? Or we're talking about 400,000 dirhams and at the same time have no problems with reselling the property? You get 7% net after service charges. But if you get a mortgage, you get a full 12% with a long-term rental. Did you know that according to our stats, 50% of brokers don't respond, and of those who do, only 30% will work with other brokers? So instead of selling, the owner gets pricing issues, vague analytics, and brokers who won't even sell the place. What are you paying that 2% for? It's unclear. Have you ever thought about the fact that you can buy real estate in Dubai, a studio with a mortgage with only $100,000? Or we're talking about 400,000 dirhams. And at the same time, not have the resale issues that plague off-plan properties if your cycle is a year, or renovation projects with a 1 to 1.5 year cycle, or even being unable to exit the investment at all. I recommend that novice investors build up their mortgage history with 6 months of installment payments and then enter their first studio in a completed building, which will bring them 10% net through short-term rentals. And they'll get 7% net from long-term rentals, all while having no issues with liquidity. Plus 10% property appreciation per year due to the established location. Now I want to show you how to choose such a property using the Refti tool, and what you need to do to connect to our system and receive an amazing service called Concierge Tour. After all, we have a new filter that lets you skip viewing properties in person. Just click a button for video archives of properties we've inspected over the last week or 3 weeks. Ta-da! Let's go in. What do we have available? I'm entering the budget parameters. As I said, we're going with a mortgage. What does a mortgage provide? It provides mortgage leverage, which can be paid off through monthly rental payments or quarterly ones made to you via manager's checks, 1.5 million dirhams. Let's say you have 367,000 dirhams, $100,000. We multiply that by 3. So we take a property for 1.1 million dirhams. Why is that? Because even if you put down 20%, you still need to pay for DLD at 4% plus 2%. Broker commission. You should also budget about 5% for furnishing your apartment. In this case, we're looking at furnished ones, so we don't need to spend on furniture. It's already furnished. Furnished, yes. Selected. What do we see here? We need to select completed, only completed. And we're choosing properties that were built recently. So we're not interested in old stock. We want fresh properties built, let's even say 2022 and newer. Yeah. All right, property selected. 6,689 properties. And plus, from here we need to select properties with a 7% net yield after service charges. That's it. One filter that immediately shows you properties you can actually check out. Load more properties, waiting. 223, removing duplicates. Yeah, we need to exclude hotels, because we understand. Remove fakes, remove hotels. We get 141 properties. Removing 7 Palm as well. You can exclude properties if you know you're not interested in them. Spring Oasis, 101 unique properties that fit the rental strategy. you get 8% net. 7% net you get after service charges. If you go with a mortgage, you get a full 12% with long-term rentals. Now, if you also rent this apartment out short-term, well, you need a good spread between long-term and short-term rent if it's not a tourist area. Like here, I don't recommend short-term rentals because a non-tourist area won't give you that yield. How does our system verify that this property will bring you 49,000 dirhams? It looks at similar studio deals with new contracts, and we see that there are such rental contracts. We see 47,000, 57,000, first, 6th, 22nd floor. Ours is a lower floor. So on average, 47,000 dirhams, we get 49. Plus, we see the price it was bought for in 2021, 435,000. So overall, you could buy a property like this. And as I said, see, you could even buy 2 properties, 600,000 each for diversification. And plus, this apartment, it's located, fair price is in line with the market, and we prove this market value through a comparative analysis of 2 bedrooms on lower floors. We see that the price of 1,111 dirhams per foot is comparable to recent market deals for studios in this area. It's very simple, meaning you no longer need to think, search, or work with a broker because the Refti Concierge service lets you find a property quickly. And plus, we have a great property filter for already inspected properties. It often happens that you arrive at a property and there's a mismatch between the photos and video. Often it smells, often there's such bad traffic that you don't even want to be there. You've arrived already exhausted. So there are about 11 criteria for evaluating properties. Yes, we see Marina Star here. Let's see, what was done? This is a huge contribution because we have a new program. A program for brokers. Any broker can register for Refti Broker Talent and earn money with us on viewings. They go in, take a look, submit reports, and receive money daily from $25 to $50,000, from $25 to $50 for one property viewing. Tour or force? Let's look at the property. This is the exterior of the property, yes. It's very important, meaning we start filming the property, that is. Well, first from the exterior facade. We check if there's noise, if there's construction. All these factors significantly affect the value of, well, the property itself. There, let's look at some more. You've seen this one. This video here. So you see, right, that the photos match reality. It's very important. You encounter a large number of, when you filter from the bottom up, low to high price, right? You get good prices but fake listings. Often, brokers don't respond at all in 50% of cases. Did you know that according to our statistics, 50% of brokers don't respond? And of those who do, only 30% are willing to work with other brokers. It turns out that instead of selling the real estate property, gets a problem with the price, unclear analytics, and on top of that, brokers don't want to sell the property. What are you paying 2% for? It's unclear. That's why we have a new service. What service? We have a new service that helps the owner sell without commission if you have a project at the construction stage off plan. If you're a ready real estate property, then we're ready to offer favorable terms where we divide the deal into 3 stages. The analytics stage, the strategy stage, and the stage of actually conducting the deal itself. There. So we separate these stages. There, and we're talking about a 1% commission for a ready real estate property and 0% commission for a property that's unfinished, well, if we're talking about distressed deals. So, this is the kind of analytics we get. Access the system via the link in the description.